What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Paige with a Paige, and this is the start of week 2 of Sufferathon. Hello! Oh my god! The chaos has been unleashed. It is now 10 AM on the 10th and I am having a ball. Seeing everyone get Amy's challenge and prompt is just hilarious. So I did manage to, last night, finish off my 2 hours of reading. So for this week, I need to start by taking 3 punishments. This is something I'm doing. I'm not even telling the Discord that I'm doing it because I don't want people to think that they have to. I've stirred the pot enough with some individuals, so we're all good. Basically, I didn't complete 3 days of reading for 2 hours. I'm gonna take 3 punishments. I don't expect anyone to actually do this, but I just thought it would be funny. So I've got a D6. Some people have plucked up the courage and done a D10. And then just whatever they got, but I'm wanting to be slightly more selective. What do you think, Bubba? Should I just roll a D10 and say fuck it to the wind?
Yes? I don't know.
I don't know.
You.
Alright, so I've got my D10. Let's do this. Ugh. You'll better be fucking entertained. Alright, here we go. Punishment number 1 is a 6. Punishment number 2 is a 1. And punishment number 3 is a 10. Oh dear. Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna cry. Oh god, I'm gonna cry. Okay. I apologise for the Discord going off chops behind me, but that is about as straight as I am, so apologies. So, the first punishment was room 6, and that's read a book you've been saving for the perfect moment. It's not going to happen, so you might as well read it whilst feeling like crap. Post it on your socials and tag Receptionists to let them know you're dying in your room. We won't come help. So, actually, Wisdom of Tea. I was actually saying in my video that I just hadn't picked it up. I was curious about it, but I hadn't really thought about it. So I was saving it just for whenever. And it's now the perfect time that I've actually started to dabble in with matcha. So I think this will work. I'm happy with that. I'm very chuffed with that. The next one is going to cause me some physical pain because that's read a 400+ page book with a key on the cover. I don't have a key on the cover. Can a key count as a person because they're unlocking all fucking chaos? Why did I say a key? Why? So I'll come back for that one. And then the other one is temporary lodgings. Read or unhaul a 600+ page book that's been reshelved to the naughty corner of your library for the longest time. Which I can actually suffice because I'm currently reading it. It is currently not with me, but that is Ink Art by Cornelia Funk. It had been relocated to that corner behind that book because I kept getting embarrassed that I hadn't read it yet. This was actually the book that I was thinking of when I made this punishment. I just didn't expect to get it. So, we're gonna do Wisdom of Tea for holding off for the longest moment, finish Ink Death. I'm only 180 pages in out of 699, so I think that counts. Anyway, I'm a receptionist, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I will go find a key on the cover. My battery is currently dying, but for Amy's reading challenge, I will be doing Beyond the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire, the 3rd in the Wayward children's series. And I'm Beneath the Sugar Sky, that's right. Very excited for that. So, I'm going to go hunt for a key, and I will come back when I have something. Oh god. Okay, they've got 10,000 doors at the library, so how big are you? That is the question. Oh, you've got to be fucking shitting me!
300 and something again.
399! I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the 10,000 doors of January, because I'm very excited for that.
You can use a feather as a lockpick.
Your ability to stretch prompts concerns me some days.
Why?
I'm proud of you, but Jesus Christ.
I have superpower.
You do. Hello my darlings, it is now 8 o'clock on the 10th of September and I have had a fabulous day. So we went live, the Receptionists, and fucking chaos, absolute hilarity. Here is the moment we broke.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm thrilled. This has made my day.
He's checking me in. Hey, don't make me read.
You've been howling.
Don't make me read.
So
Hey
good.
there, little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf could want.
I can't breathe. Hi, Mama Wolf. How are you?
And it's just been so much fun being able to be a part of this. So I'm so happy that everything's just going hilariously. I went to the library and I was meant to fix up my payslip, which I then forgot to do, but I returned books and got out one for my challenge. I then managed to go get my legs waxed and get lunch while out and about on our first hour-long sprint. The plans for this week is the wisdom of tea for the prompt of waiting for the perfect moment. Then for key on the cover that's over 400 pages, I've gone with the 10,000 Doors of January. The story itself, up to the acknowledgements, is 394, but including the reading guide and additional information, that puts us over. So I'm just gonna read the extra stuff in this and count that as a book over 400 pages with a key on the cover, and we've got multiple. And I've wanted to read this for a hot minute because I really enjoy Alex E. Harrow's writing. So that's that one done. And then for my final third punishment, the relocation, I'm going with Ink Death. And then for Amy's actual prompt, I am going with Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire because that reminds me of pancakes. So in terms of reading, I am 561 pages from the end, and I think I ended last night at 194. So I've read this much today, which is great. So very happy to be ticking this one off and just chugging along. So I feel like once I get through that, my week's gonna be a little bit more smooth sailing. Tomorrow I do have quite a few things that I'm running around doing and getting ready for the house inspection that we have on the 15th. And in terms of my 24 and 48, I still have 18 hours to go, which is not physically possible, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna continue trucking along. In all technicality, I think I've read 10 minutes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. So, okay, this is not possible. I literally need to read for 10 minutes every hour until the readathon ends, which would be from now 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that, but we'll see where I get up to at least. So I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 hours more, which is fine by me. Ash is just currently making dinner, so that is lovely. And yeah, just laughing at everyone in the Discord. It's been so much fun today and I'm having a grand old time. I do want to edit Sufferathon week 1 vlog and work on editing my unhaul as well. So then they're ready to go, and then if I edit Sufferathon week 2 clips to keep myself on top of that, that would be great. So I think I'm gonna probably finish Ink Death tonight if I manage to just keep on a roll. It's probably about 2 hours of active listening, and then I might be able to read or start something. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to finish off one of I would assume the shorter one of Beneath the Sugar Sky, and then that's done. I also need to remember to get up half an hour earlier so I can actually do that. Great. I'm just having so much fun with this readathon, it's great. And like, there is absolutely no pressure for me to read all these things and do all this stuff. Like, it's all chill. Tomorrow I will be doing a lot of life stuff, editing, cleaning, and appointments. So got that, and then back at work on Tuesday. And I'm also working on Saturday. So I'm gonna go and put my phone on charge because it's nearly dead, and see where I get up to. Bye. Hello my darlings. So I absolutely failed the 24 and 48. It is now nearly midnight on the 10th and I'm going to bed. I managed to read for 7 hours in this 24-hour period. I did finish Ink Death in its entirety. I'm giving it 4 stars. It was a really good conclusion. The characters were just very different from where we start the series to what happens in this. So it was very enjoyable, but the characters did feel less like themselves, and I think I remember from Inkspell that I was saying that the characters seem very different from how they were in the first one. So I feel like it's still that continuing on in that sort of capacity, but the way that it's written is stunning. Phrases that they use and the way that they talk about literature is just, oh my god, it's beautiful and just mwah. But obviously it's not becoming my new personality because the characters just feel so different, and I can see that a lot of people would be annoyed at how much they've shifted. So it's a really solid conclusion, but I can understand people not loving it because whilst it still has the whimsical and magical love of books and literature from the first one, it is definitely more subdued, it is definitely more focused on the plot, and the characters are definitely different from the first book. I've ticked off another series and I'm feeling really chuffed, so that is fabulous. But because it is midnight, I'm completely fucked. I am also starting to do Amy's challenge of reading for half an hour before getting out of bed. So I gotta get my little ass into gear tomorrow morning to be able to not keel over and die. So I'm going to write that I finished the Inkwell series, you know, the series list that I'm keeping a track of in my planner, because I have finished 12 series this year. Like, there is nothing coming out from them. We are 100% caught up, and then I think I have 4 that I know don't have anything till next year, so they will be up to date. So that puts me at 16. I think I wanted to hit 23 was my goal. I think I upped it and I deeply regretted my choice, so we'll see where I get up to. Don't think I have any more conclusions on my TBR for this month. If anything, I'm starting them. I'm super excited that I have made so much progress in all of this stuff already, and I can't believe how quickly this year is going and how everything's just going. I did think when setting some of these goals that last year I had a lot of separation in my goals, like they didn't blend into one another, which made it really challenging when I was trying to do a lot of things in one hit. So I was trying to complete series, but I also wanted to read my Rainbow Shelf, but I also wanted to read my standalones, like from a standalone list, but I also wanted to read my hauls, and it just really didn't mesh well. This year I've culled and adapted some, and I'm sort of flexibly thinking about the goals themselves. So I don't really mind if I don't hit them, it's all completely arbitrary, but I'd like to at least give them a go, and that's sort of where we're at. I'm just happy that I've managed to continue on and get some shit done. And I am definitely learning that I need to mark more things on my little goal tracker so I don't have to constantly figure it out as I'm going. But with that, I'm gonna toddle off for the night, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Hello! So it is now 11 PM on Monday the 11th of September, and I'm going to bed. I did manage to do my reading this morning for Amy's challenge, so super proud of myself for that. I started Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire, and I have finished it today. While I was updating Storygraph, I thought I would just continue listening to it. I've caught up on YouTube, so that's all good to go. I gave Beneath the Sugar Sky 4 stars, and this was for a book that reminded me of my favourite food, and I went with pancakes with strawberries and sugar on it. Originally it was just pancakes because there's sugar on the cover and also clouds, which are light and fluffy, which my favourite type of pancakes are. So I thought that was marvellous, and it was definitely something that I wasn't expecting, in the sense of I don't know where any of these stories follow. I'm just along for the ride and very much here for it. So that was fabulous, and I don't know, I just didn't fall in love with this particular book, but I feel like I will still continue to love more in the series as well. So I ended up finishing that. Ash has once again had a mammoth day of cleaning. I ended up going for a psychiatry session, which was actually really informative. So had that today. That took over an hour, and then came home, had lunch, and then Ash had like cleaned the house from top to bottom, and I carried along doing some stuff in that capacity, read my book, watched some YouTube, and overall had a pretty relaxing day, which was lovely. I haven't done too much on the Sufferathon chaos level today, kept it kind of chill, although I did create a channel that is our concerned dungeon BDSM / smash room channel for those that want to inflict punishment on themselves or others if they feel so inclined, which is great. And then I made dinner and accidentally burnt myself, so I posted that in there, and people are like, you're the only one that's actually using it for pain. Shh, this does really hurt. And then I dived into editing week 1 Sufferathon vlog. So I'm not caught up at all with editing yet, but we're getting there. We're definitely making progress. So I need to edit Friday's video as well as get up to date with this vlog, so that we're getting there. But I did end up starting The Wisdom of Tea by Noriko Morishita just recently, and I'm 18 pages in. I've tabbed it extensively and I've cried 3 times. So this is great. For me, it just feels like when they were discovering tea in their early 20s, and it's not described as tea ceremony, it's just described as tea with a capital T. It definitely has that profound impact on their life, even if they didn't realize it at the time, and they're able to articulate things in ways that just really resonate with my soul, and it's really beautifully described. So I'm definitely enjoying being in pain, and I'm very excited to continue on with it. I know that it's going to take me a little while to get through, just given how much I'm absorbed in this. We have had 10 pages of actual tea ceremony, and the rest has just been an introduction, so I think it will be faster going through it with it being the explanation of tea, because whilst I'm interested in that, I'm not learning the nitty-gritty of it in this sort of a capacity. So I'm just taking the lessons from it, but not actually doing the creation of tea myself at this particular point in time. But I know where to reference to get the information when I need it. So loving that. I am very much caught on the surprise by this. Like, obviously I feel that it was going to be quite profound, just given how important tea is in culture and what we can learn from different experiences and from ceremony, from ritual, from having particulars. I did like, there was one part that they were like questioning why, and it's like, it doesn't matter why. It doesn't help me if you keep asking why all the time either. All you need to know is that what we do is that we do it like this. You don't need to understand the significance. And that's very much a question I struggle with, and it's like, ooh, okay. But it's good to be able to reflect on it and go, okay, I know that I am a questioner, I am a why person, I need to understand the significance of it to be able to convince myself that it is worth my time. Can't do that, just have to go with it. So in terms of Amy's challenge, I managed to get up this morning. I'm going to take this into bed with me so I can do it tomorrow and hopefully be able to get up early enough. Loving life in that regard, and the fact that I don't have an audiobook for it is great. Hopefully 10,000 Doors of January will come in tomorrow, so while I'm asleep, so I can just pick that up in the morning. But it's probably going to be this. I am very much enjoying this and very much surprised at the emotional resonance that it's having, but very much also appreciating it. I won't check in until the evening. I'm not sure what the plans for tomorrow are. I know I'm cooking dinner, and then Wednesday I'm not, so I'm probably going to edit Friday's video then, but we'll see where we get up to. I'm gonna go nap and I'll check in with you sometime. Also, the fact that I picked this for a book that you've been saving for the perfect moment, painfully accurate. Hello my darlings, so it is now 10 to 10 on Tuesday the 12th of September, and I'm just checking in because I'm about to plonk my butt in bed and read. I managed to read for 30 minutes this morning for Amy's challenge, so I got up to chapter 6, which is Save of the Seasons, which is page 64, and I'm really enjoying what I'm getting out of this. I have continued to put more tabs in, not as many this morning, and I also wasn't highlighting because Ash was still asleep next to me, so I didn't want to wake him. But I'm just in the mood for a low-key early night, and so I'm gonna do that. I was just watching Little Simsy's video, but it is half an hour long, and my eyes are wanting to dive into words, not videos. So we're going to get myself nice and comfy, and yeah, I'll probably only read until 10:30, 11, and then I'll crash out. I've got my sleeping medication next to me, ready to go, so I can just take that. I will take my cup out and put the dishwasher on before I go to sleep. But aside from that, I'm just gonna snuggle down. Ash and I had big philosophical conversations over dinner, which was fantastic. I absolutely love when I can just throw a concept at him and we just run with it. I had a good day at work today, but it was just a lot of brain doing the process. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired and headachy and like here, but aside from that, we're doing good. I also ended up talking to one of the psychologists about books from like 25 to 6 until 5 past 6. And so that was really lovely. But then Ash was almost done with work and we needed to go to Coles and just get milk and bread, so I ended up talking to my mum for a hot minute and then drove and went to Coles and got the stuff, then came home. We chatted for a while and then I made dinner, we had that and chatted for a hot minute after that, and now I'm in bed. It's been a really good day. I am thinking that the early mornings are going to stop me a little bit. Ash is working from home tomorrow, so tomorrow morning we're hoping to sit and have a coffee and tea together rather than be mad dashing out of the house, so that will be lovely. I am intending on doing my half hour of reading in the morning and then waking him up, having a cup of tea and a coffee, and I'm just really excited because we don't do that often, even on the weekends. He works Saturdays and then we both have Sunday, Monday off, but normally I'm like, I gotta go get up and film, I've gotta go do this, I've gotta start on this task, and I don't ever have low weekend mornings unless I've dropped him off at work and I'm just going to sit there. It is nice to be able to just have that time with him. I have swapped my library shift, so for Saturday I will be working the afternoon rather than the morning, so I'm going to hopefully get as much filming as I can in before I go to work. So I'll drop Ash off at 9 and then come home and hopefully be able to film for 2 hours until 11, and then have an hour and a half to eat some lunch and get myself all ready. But we'll see that when we get to it. But yeah, I just wanted to check in and update to say that I did read this morning and I'm going to continue reading now, which should be really lovely. Tomorrow is editing day, so I wanted to start making some progress on The Wisdom of Tea, and I'm not sure what to do about the 10,000 Doors of January because my audiobook's not due in from the library for 5 weeks or so. So I'm a little bit apprehensive. I'm not sure. I might just make it I need to finish my punishments by the end of the month rather than the end of the week, so I can actually still read off my TBR for Pickpongathon in the intro and then just sort of squeeze it in where I can, because I'd rather be diving into something that has an audiobook and getting through it faster than trying to do a punishment that's completely not mandatory. And I know my TBRs are not mandatory either, but there's a purpose behind it. The punishment was just, I actually really want to read the 10,000 Doors of January, but I'm also happy to wait to read that. Hopefully I cannot accrue too many punishments so I'm not stacking on for next week. But at the same time, I also can just pick books that will hopefully fit the punishments from my TBR, so then it actually is worthwhile for me. It's now 5 to 10, so I'm gonna fuck off and go read for an hour, and if Ash hasn't come in and is falling asleep next to me by the time I finish reading, I will check in. Otherwise, I'll speak to you tomorrow. It's now 11 o'clock and I'm exhausted, but I did read up to page 114, so I'm now up to chapter 10. Made some good progress. Very excited to continue reading it tomorrow. I'm gonna go and put the dishwasher on and go to bed, and hopefully be able to get up nice and early to continue reading. It would be cool if in tomorrow's half hour I get through chapter 10, because it's 20 pages, so I think that should go well. Some of the chapters are like super short, and then others are 20-25 pages, which is fine. It's actually very easy to read and digest, and it's one of those that I definitely will want to reread to continue to absorb what's happening and the processes and things like that. So it's just really nice having a book at the moment that's not really my life situation, but drawing a lot of parallels and being able to feel like I can framework my brain better and just understand myself that little bit better. It's more just to have that knowledge. I don't necessarily have to do anything with it at the moment, but I know that there are moments in my life where I'm feeling particularly stuck and dissatisfied with my trajectory. I think that I can take the advice from this and apply it in those moments to not feel so despondent and concerned about how my life is shaping up, and knowing that my life is the way that I choose it to, and I need to focus more on the now. Still be aware of the future, but definitely just be in the moment and enjoy what I'm currently doing. And I find that this book is very easy to fall into the moment of now with it, which is lovely. I'm not thinking too far ahead. The only time I think ahead is when I reach the end of a chapter and need to go find the next chapter to put my bookmark in. But because it is definitely palatable to understand, it's not taxing, and any words that I'm unfamiliar with, there is a terms, and also it's usually got an English translation not too far behind. It's been nice, but yes, my eyes are closing, so I'm gonna go to bed, but I will check in with you tomorrow after work. Bye! Hello my darlings. So it is now 10 to 9 on Thursday the 14th. I didn't check in at all yesterday, and I'm so sorry. First up, I did complete my 30 minutes yesterday morning, and I have completed it for this morning. How is this an easier challenge than last week? How? Normally I would go into work and sit with a cup of tea and watch YouTube for half an hour before my shift starts. Like, I get to work at 8:45 when I don't start till 9:30, so I'd go have a tea there. I have not been doing that. I have been lucky to be there by 9:20 when I started 9:30. So it's definitely like I've changed my behaviors to suit being able to do it this week. But I wanted to let you know that yesterday I read a lot more of The Wisdom of Tea, and for my half hour this morning I have finished it. There was a big section where I didn't highlight anything because it was more about the tea ceremony itself and the processes, and whilst I'm interested in that, it's not things I want to refer back to at this current point of my life. So I might reread it and go through and highlight all the different parts of the ceremony and how you should be doing it at particular ways later in my life. But at this season, we're good just to highlight the things that really resonated with me in the here and now, which is very expressive of the book itself. So Ash has fallen asleep quite early, both last night and the night before, and I didn't want to have to get up, and I ran out of green tabs as well. So I needed to go get them and then just couldn't be bothered, so I just kept reading and highlighting, but not actually tabbing my highlights. So now I can go back through and actually put in the tabs where they need to go, so then we can have an idea of what we've done. This was a very profound book. Honestly, I'm giving it 5 stars. It's one of those books that it needs to be read at the right time, which is why I'm so entertained that I'm reading it now. I got this back in 2020, and I was a very, very different person then, in the sense that I wasn't aware of the personal growth I needed to go through, and I was only just starting to seek the extra supports that I needed in my life to make it a more pleasant experience for me. And yeah, it's just a really beautiful book that when you need to know the lessons, it's a good thing to have around. And a lot of things that I've been thinking about recently, especially with my ADHD, is my desire for instant gratification. And the fact that I cannot stick with a hobby that I don't feel accomplished with, which is stupid. Because hobbies are meant for enjoyment. Their purpose is enjoyment. It's not to be the best at it and to be the most amazing like crocheter or be able to, you know, be a fucking master chef. I hate cooking because I always feel like I'm gonna fuck it up because nothing's ever the same and everything can go wrong in a blink of an eye. I hate it. I hate cooking. But with Ash's guidance over the past 3 years that we've been dating, I've also gotten a lot better at cooking. So shit's less likely to go wrong, but you know, even if it does go wrong, okay. And that's also a lot of growth in therapy as well. But that instant gratification of if I'm gonna pick up a hobby, I need to be good at it. There's no learning it. There's no learning to be better at a hobby because I should already be good at it. Which, what kind of a mindset is that? Anyway, being able to be self-aware enough to go, that's a stupid mindset, is great. But it's hard because, like, I love doing jigsaws because I get complete satisfaction from being able to do them quickly. Not because they're fun, which they are, but I find it more enjoyable because I know that I can blast through them and be like the best jigsaw puzzler out there. Same as Sudokus. I like flying through them, but really it's a puzzle. It's okay to sit with them. It's okay to think on it for a little while. It's okay to not have the answer straight away. But this book is definitely one of those that lets the messages bring itself to where it needs to be. And I think it would be crucial to the people that need it. And I feel like I am one of those people currently. Just really appreciated the messages that it really dives into, and it was just beautiful for me to be able to experience. And it's sort of reaffirming where my mindset is shifting to. That is it, finish with the tabs of try something. Just give it a go, see how it goes. If you're not good at it, okay. If you enjoy it, keep at it. And maybe there's lessons to be learned later on and maybe there's not. Maybe the whole purpose of it is just to have fun. That is a very valid purpose. So this, I think, was the perfect read and so entertaining for the punishment prompt of read a book you've been saving for the perfect moment. Fucking trust. Thank you, Sufferathon. This is also for Pickpongathon. I haven't talked about it in my last book and I'm so sorry, Crystal. My brain was just like in chaos mode. So I am participating in Pickpongathon. Last week I read The Sea Witch, which was for Pickpongathon prompt of on a friend's wish list was The Sea Witch by Katie Robert. And then The Sinister Mystery of the Mesmerizing Girl was for a 5-star prediction. So Ink Death was not for one, that was just my big book, and Beneath the Sugar Sky wasn't for a Pickpongathon one. But The Wisdom of Tea was for lowest rated middle grade, but I swapped it. So I got both a swap prompt card in my game and also as a reward. So there were 2 set of prompts that I could swap out for any book. So The Wisdom of Tea was the one that I swapped for that. Now, my last thing is I don't know what to read next. So my next punishment was supposed to be The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow, which I'm desperate to read it for a book over 400 pages with a key on the cover. But the audiobook is still on hold at my library. And I have so many things I would like to read that it feels a bit silly for me to not read anything because I know that I'm not going to read that. Yeah, it's still saying about like a 4-week wait. Personally, I'm happy to have punishments roll over the weeks. Like if you don't finish your punishment in the week, that's fine. As long as you finish it by the end of the month, which is hilarious for Erin's if you fail Erin's week because you're fucked. So that's where I'm at for this one. So I'm like, do I pick up something else? Do I go towards Dawn Chorus because it's only 92 pages? Or do I try tackle something a little bit bigger? I'm not sure. So I've got 6 of Crows, Hangman and the Dawn Chorus left on my Pickpong TBR. I think I'm going to sit on it for a little while and just enjoy having finished the Wisdom of Tea and really just loving everything about that, and not, I don't know, I don't feel like they're all very different but samey. Hello my darlings, so my camera died this morning and I just couldn't be fucked replacing the battery. So just jumping on to let you know I haven't read anything tonight. I still haven't made a decision on what I want to do. But Ash and I were just having a really chill night. I'm not feeling crash up physically, and it was just like, oh. So I've just been laying on my stomach watching YouTube, trying to make myself feel better. I updated my bookish spreadsheet and scheduled my video to go out tomorrow. So it's a productive evening, chill, and yeah, we're gonna have an early one. It's only 20 to 10, but we're both just fleh. So we're gonna head to bed. I might manage to pick something up. I really don't care if I don't. I sort of need to make a decision though, so then I can pick it up tomorrow morning. Sorry this is very lackluster ending to the night, but actually let's do something positive, because I do have a positive. I can't remember if Ash gave this to me last night or the night before, but I got Hunt on Dark Waters by Katie Robert, which is her first in the Crimson Sails series, and I am so excited. So this is an advanced reader copy from Penguin, and I'm just, this will be dived into sometime, and I'm very excited for that fact. I'm so happy. I really just want to chuck my TBR out the window and read this, but I have other things I should read instead. So I've decided, as long as I complete my punishments throughout the month, except for Erin's, because I'll have to decide what I'm doing for that one. I can read them whenever. I'm not going to force myself to read 10,000 Doors of January when the audiobook's not in, but I know I will be getting it sometime. I just, right now, I need audiobooks or short things. So we're just going to see what the mood takes. I did end up downloading Hangman and Six of Crows, so I can read either of those. I still have my audiobook for Court of Lions. I'm not sure I want to pick up Autism and Heals, although I do have the audiobook left for 2 days. I think that's one I'd prefer to take my time with, so not sure. We'll see what happens. I might end up just doing it, because going from Wisdom of Tea to another non-fiction might actually be what my brain needs. This is weird. But anyway, I'm not gonna make a decision, but I'm gonna fuck off and continue watching YouTube until my brain decides that it has the functionality to be able to do something. But until then, I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hello my darlings. It is now 6:15 on the 15th of September. I had one of the most amazing mornings at work, and this afternoon broke me. So much that I went and sat under a table and took deep breaths for a minute. Holy fuck. Work was really smooth sailing in the morning, and then the afternoon just went tits up, which it can do. I do work at a psychology practice, so makes sense. But yes, I just, whew, lordy. Deep breath. I am going to go make a cup of tea and watch some YouTube. I did fail my challenge for this morning because I still haven't decided on a book, and the bitches in the Discord not helping. So basically it's been going back and forth on a poll since 8 o'clock this morning between books. Very frustrating. So originally the palm tree was winning, and then the turkey suddenly came up and they were tied, and then I looked at it and the turkey was winning, even though I'd already packed the palm tree book. Then I didn't read on my lunch break because I was talking with my mother. Then I looked at it tonight and it's 11 for palm tree and 10 for turkey. I'm gonna start reading the palm tree book. That was Hangman by Jack Heath. She's on my TBR, and that is because like trees and branches hang, so Hangman. I was gonna do a noose, but thought that was a little bit too concerning. So I am just waiting for Ash to message me. I know that I need to do stuff and cook dinner, but honestly I am so tired that I just want to put headphones in, watch YouTube until I've caught up on my watch later, which actually isn't going to be that extensive today, and do my jigsaw and drink a fucking cup of tea. So that's the plan. If I then don't get through the watch later before I need to go get Ash, I'll go pick him up, make dinner, and then continue on until I decide that I'm ready to read my book. With that though, I am going to be working tomorrow from 12:30 to 4, so I'm going to try and get up and start filming so I can get a lot of things under my belt for next week, as well as editing this vlog, which I imported all the footage, I just haven't then touched it. And I'm not going to touch it tonight because No thank you. There is over an hour of footage, but whatever, I can do it. That's where my brain's at. I'm beat. It was a really good morning though, which was nice. It'll all happen eventually. I think some of these are also, I will be able to take snippets out from the clips because I just didn't actually do anything in it. I need tea, so I'm gonna go make that and decide what the fuck I'm doing. So I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello my darlings. So it is now well after midnight on the 16th of September and I just need to check in for a couple of things. One, I started on my jigsaw and managed to get through brain malfunction, watch later on YouTube while I was working on that, and then I finally dove into Hangman and wow, I am 146 pages in already and it is so fascinating. It's what I wanted Hannibal. I wanted Hannibal Lecter to be. Like, I like that sort of mental process and the sophistication of Hannibal in Silence of the Lambs. And with this, it's like brilliant mind, but not to the level of a genius, but still very, very clued in. So it's very interesting. I'm 40% through and there's been 2 cases that have been solved, which I find very interesting in the way that it's done in short snippets. So I just finished a conclusion to one of the stories and so I was like, this is a good place to rest. Each section is definitely very engaging. I audibly went, oh shit, at one particular point because I just didn't expect what the outcome was going to be for that case. I'm still confused as to what the solution was for one of them, but that's okay. I think that it being slightly open-ended was not a bad thing. Very interesting. And I get the inference if it is that one, but it just wasn't definitive. The other most amazing thing happened tonight, and I have been desperately wanting a Blue Yeti microphone, or just a microphone, but I really like the Blue Yeti for when I'm live streaming. So I could have a separate microphone and have my wireless headset on, so I'm not constantly having to be wired up to my computer. My other headset is just not as comfortable as the wireless one that I've got from Ash, and it was just making streaming very unpleasant. So we were keeping an eye out and we were like, cool, there's a bundle from JB Hi-Fi that's about $400. When Black Friday sales happen, we can see if that's on sale and get it then. And Ash was just scrolling and he stumbled across this guy posting on our like local community buy swap sell for a gaming computer, a Blue Yeti, and the microphone stand, which is awesome. It was exactly what I wanted. Obviously, I didn't need the computer, but the other elements to it. Ash was like, do you want me to message? And I was like, sure, why not? Let's just see. And the microphone stand had already sold. But the guy said that the microphone was still available and that he was having to drive out of town into our town tonight. So Ash asked if he would be happy to sell it for the microphone for $80, and the guy said yes. So I got my Blue Yeti microphone, and then Ash has Blue Snowball and had a desk stand with it because he's got a mount for his setup. So this fits perfectly. I have a Blue Yeti for streaming with a desk mount for now, but I also went onto Amazon and saw that they actually had the stand that I was looking at getting in the bundle for $89. So I ordered it, and basically in 10 days I will have the $400 setup for $169. I'm just so happy. I'm so excited to get back into streaming and to not feel constricted when I'm doing it, to feel comfortable and to not have my tech just decide to switch between devices and doing hell's knows what with whatever it's doing. So I'm just so happy. I'm so excited that I can edit while streaming again, because that was one of the big things that I liked doing, was being able to edit my videos. And then with the channel for my headsets with the audio and microphone, it would keep switching and it wouldn't actually be able to come through my headset when I was editing without fucking up the audio in my stream. I'm not tech savvy, bare bones. So I figured when I spoke to Ash about it, he was like, separate devices would probably make that easier, so you can assign each to their thing and then you'll be good to go. So I now have each of the things. So I'm actually hoping to jump on Crystal's live show tomorrow after work, so I will be able to put the Blue Yeti through its paces and see how we go. I'm so excited. I'm so chuffed that this has actually happened. I wasn't expecting. I was happy to wait until November to get this bundle on a deal. it was something that was like, I would like to be able to stream more comfortably, and whenever that does happen, I feel like I'll be revamped to get back into streaming, but at the same time, I'm also okay to wait. And then it all just fell together. It's so pretty! Ah! And like, obviously, I'm just fucking around being like, ooh, I'm an ASMR artist. No, this bitch is too chaotic to do ASMR, but it's just like so cool to think that this is actually happening. I've got a Blue Yeti, and when I started watching YouTube in, would have been 2013 with ASMR, I like had an ASMR channel very, very briefly, and it was like the lofty goal of being able to have a Blue Yeti, and it's here. I've got it. Obviously, I'm not gonna start up an ASMR channel again, like fuck that shit, but it's cool. It's really, really exciting for me, and it makes me so happy. And I showed Ash the video where John Green got the 30-foot long microphone cord, and I'm like, I am chaotic enough for that. I'm so chuffed. I'm so happy. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to test it out tomorrow. I finally dove into reading. I finally got to start my puzzle that I was super looking forward for, and I've got a Blue Yeti microphone that I wasn't intending on getting until November. Rock up at my door today. So that was, it is a very wahoo! After the chaos that was this afternoon, this has been a very refreshing evening, and I'm just so happy and so thankful for the people that I have in my life, and Ash just being so goddamn awesome. He's been like, I haven't actually done stuff, I was just scrolling Facebook at the right time. I'm like, yeah, but you messaged the guy. You did it. You did the thing. You got me the thing. That is amazing. I'm appreciative of this, and I'm so happy. Definitely very happy to end my day on this highlight, but I am going to jump off. Tomorrow will be a filming day in the morning, and I have work at 12:30. I hope I will have seen some of you Chaos Demons there, and I have seen Wren's prop drop video, and I'm so excited for that to go live. It's fucking glorious. So yes, I know that you'll see this after, but it's cool. I get to edit tomorrow night on stream. I'm just, I did also forget to call the hairdresser, which I've been meaning to do for the past 2 days, but that's okay. We'll get there eventually. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm exhausted, and I'll check in with you sometime tomorrow. Bye. Oh, we also got the day for the house inspection wrong. We thought it was yesterday. It was today. Thank God we didn't trash the place last night. Hello my darlings. So it is now Saturday the 16th of September at 10:10 in the morning, and Ash and I definitely slept in. I have failed at Amy's challenge for this morning, mostly because I needed to get Ash to work, and then I came home and called my mother because I needed to talk to her about a hair appointment. So it was all mandatory stuff, but I have now sat down and watched YouTube and not actually started to read. So, you know, I want to film before I go to work at 12:30, and it is 10:10, so I'm cutting things rather fine because I can't actually figure out what I want to film. But I have 3 ideas for videos next week, but none of it is coming together in the way that I want it to. So I'm just like, oh no. I'm not sure if I should just cancel out one and make it a vlog instead. Then one of them, I'm happy to do all of it bar one component where I have to recommend. The other one's try a chapter thing, so that would be fairly easy to do, but it would be time consuming because I'm having to read the last chapter of books. So, and then I also want to film my roles for Spookopoly or Spookopolython, and then yeah, be able to get some idea of a TBR. Like, I don't know. And I'm waffling and still not filming anything aside from this vlog, so that's great. Half of me is tempted to go and film my Spookopolython roles, so then that's done and I can start building my TBR with that. I don't know. Let's go film my TBR rolls because that needs to be done, and I'm going to check my book haul revisited video to see when I said I was closing that off. Alright, well, I will chat with you once I've figured out my life. Hello my darling, so I meant to film this a hot ass minute ago. It is near midnight once again on Saturday the 16th, and I'm ending this vlog here because tomorrow we awake to Wren's chaos and I'm so excited. I don't have anything to report for tonight. I didn't end up reading more of Hangman today. I had the library and I was just all over the place today, which is totally fine. But I have started some chaos that I'm already regretting on the Discord, so that's fantastic. So that will come to a head next week. But I have managed to catch this vlog up to a place that I'm happy with, so I only have a little bit to do tomorrow, including this clip, which is great. But the main reason I forgot to check in was I started a Bujo. So I'm very excited and just doing the absolute basics. I was watching all of Chashi Curran's videos and just figuring out how I want to do the basics. So I've started the basics and it's really interesting already having everything laid out in a way that is so compact. So curious to see if I actually stick with this or not. But after I was editing the section of this vlog about trying hobbies and sticking with it if it's fun and actually helpful even if I'm not good at it. So we've done it and this is actually going to count towards my bookish challenge as well, so fingers crossed I can get into the flow of it, because although I've got a fox and cactus journal and it's tiny, so not for our weeklies, they don't like fit on the one page. I don't really care because I'm just gonna give this a go. So this is my little Bujo and I'm very happy. Need to finish this tomorrow. I have my next book that I'm starting for Wren's challenge and that's very concerning. And then I just want to get through my TBR as well. So I am running a little bit behind schedule in the sense of I haven't read enough pages to be where I'm up to for the books that I've got on my TBR. I'm actually thinking I might just take Song of Wraith and Ruin off. I'm not going to get to it. I'm not vibing it this month. And replace that with 10,000 Doors of January because I am feeling more in the mood for that. So that's done. So now I'm only like 20 pages behind where I should be, which is good. I'm going to go collate some books for the chaos that I've instigated and go to bed. And wake up to more chaos. I'm so excited. It was a very chill, very flowy sort of day and I just didn't do a whole heckin' lot, but I'm okay with that. So I can't actually remember what I've read this week aside from The Wisdom of Tea and Beneath the Sugar Sky, other two things that I read this week. And then I got 100 and something pages into Hangman, 147. Doing well with that, and here we go. On to the next thing. Let me know in the comments how you are going. Are you participating in Sufferathon and having fun with it? I am absolutely loving life at the moment and deeply regretting the chaos choices that I make because, hi, welcome, that's me. We always choose chaos. Apparently more for myself than for others. So, yay! I did miss 2 days this week, so I will be taking 2 of Amy's punishments and I'm just gonna roll out D10 for the first clip of the next vlog. Fuck. Let me know if you're participating. If not, how is your September reading going so far? If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!